Inquadrateci la barca comitato con i gradi, per favore, eh? O ce l'avete scritti? Non mi ricordo già più. Hello, good morning from Trieste. I am Andrea Falcon.
Mauro Melandri.
Let me introduce you. No, give me the time. Here with Mauro Melandri. Then you say the name, but let me tell you the name. Buongiorno a tutti qui da Trieste. Ieri ci hanno detto parlate anche un po' in italiano. Allora, buongiorno a tutti quanti. It is 21 past 8 here in Trieste. Today we have a lot of wind, gusts over 20 knots. Our media crew went on the race course and they passed by the upwind marker. They recorded even up to 28, 29 knots. If we speak about gusts, but it is an average 16 knot wind, maybe even more now. We will have an upwind gate very close to the coast, so it has been, we have been struggling all week with loud wind. What did you see? 070?
070, so is some Bora wind blowing with a uniform flag start. It means that we are inside of 4 minutes to the start.
Did you see the flag?
Yes, I saw the flag and we have the uniform one. So we are inside the 4 minutes. Wind is blowing. We have to report also that while the fleet was docking out and reaching the race course, USA 809 was losing the master.
Yes, so can you see that already the lens on the camera has a bit of water, so we are very happy, very excited, maybe not even ready to talk about a race with a lot of wind today, but Trieste is like this. Questa è Trieste, all or nothing. So this is Alberto Lucchi. This is real TV. When we see, for example, Alberto Lucchi helping Ettore Spezza to clean the lens, the rip is driven by live streaming producer Stefano Bareggi. Here we have Federico Boico, live stream director. Sometimes we can go to the tracking to show you again what the race course is. So for the ones who are more technical, this is in the race, in the setting instruction, this is race course number 5, I think. Yes. This is the race committee, uniform flag, perfect. Stay like this so that when the uniform flag will come down, we will understand that it will be 1 minute to the start. Today the boat went out of the dock at 7 a.m. here in Trieste, European Central Time. Now it is 8:24. The communication yesterday on the board was to give a warning signal at 8:20. I must say that then we are perfectly on time.
This is some kind of Garda Lake time, you know, to go sailing around with Peler blowing for north or Bora in the afternoon, but we have now 1 minute to the start. I took the time, so this is a really early morning start. We have big breeze blowing. We have to remember that we still miss 2 races to have the discard on, and I'm almost sure that today we will bring at home at least 2 other results while the fleet is approaching the line.
Give us the countdown, Mauro. How many
35 seconds.
35 seconds when you will see the M24 that stays for International Melges 24 class, the flag coming down. That will mean that we will have a start. 20 seconds now to the start. I am steering. Mauro Melandri is my bowman, so he's informing you.
10 seconds.
10 seconds now informing me about the starting procedure. Let's say that it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hope that it's...
we have a flag coming up, maybe?
Let me see, General Rico. This is not good. I think that participants, I mean, I'm not there, we are sitting at the table, so everything it's easy, but the participants should help a little bit the race committee to have a good start. We have a general recall, so also the boats that were over the line too early will have the availability to start again. So again, it is an easy bet on the next start. I'm pretty sure there will be a black flag.
Great movement by our director. Federico Boyko is showing us where the fleet was going out of the line.
We have a replay, yes.
Replay.
Great.
Big number of boats out of the line before the start. Uniform flag was up, so all the boats can return in the next start, but I think that the next one we will be under the black flag.
Yes, it will be under the black flag. I'm pretty sure that Giancarlo Crevatin, head of the race committee, will take this decision and he will be supported by David Bartol, IMCA Championship Coordinator for Europe. What do you say, Mauro? I mean, they will agree, David Bartol and Giancarlo Crevatin to hoist a black flag,
I
right?
think so, because looking inside of the weather forecast for today, all of the forecasts are agreed on the idea that around 11 in the morning we will have the dropping of the wind, so it means that we can't waste time. We still need at least 2 results to go in. Wind is blowing, as you can see we have a white creasing over the wave, so it means that the wind is blowing at least around 14 knots. We were listening something, some gasp of wind at the upwind mark over 25 knots. So this is some Bora situation. Andrea, I want to go inside some ranking just to remember the top 5 boat. In the 5th position we have Nika with 19 points. Then 4 Gamecock, Peter McClellan 17 points. Dark Horse 3rd with 16. The boat by Kyler Morris, 2nd position for Michele Pauletti Stramba Papà, on the equal with 15 points with Geoff Fargo Sentinel.
So Alberto Lucchi, that is our pilot, drone pilot for this live streaming, and today maybe we are not going to use the drone so much because of technical reasons that are easy to understand, is providing us a lot of information from the rib. At the moment we have 18 to 20 knots of gusts, 26 at the upwind, then we said direction 070. Then 5 minutes ago he reported gusts still at 27 in the starting area. This is our very important information. Now, exactly now, while I'm talking, he reported a gust of 30 knots. I think that the general recall flag has been removed, so let's stay please with a better angle towards the committee boat, because from here the committee boat has this kind of mast that I cannot understand if there are flags hoisted yet.
We are sure that we have the orange flag, so the line is still set. But we have no more the general recall flag, and
stay more on the side,
yes,
please.
We have the class flag up.
Yes, we have the class flag up. So we are within 5 minutes to the start. Please, yes, Stefano Bareggi driving the rib, go this direction, but then find a position more on the side so that we can see the flags. Please move, Stefano Bareggi, go forward. I think that you have the engine, how do you call the manette, on the right?
The throttle.
The throttle, and you should push them a little bit forward. We have been so many times
Black flag.
black flag. So we are within the 4 minutes to the start. It was easy to predict a black flag. So Mauro, I don't know. I'm feeling that we are saying a lot of things, but let's do a recap. Race, the World Championship started last Tuesday. So Tuesday we had no races. Wednesday we had 2 races. Thursday we had 1 race, so we are up to 3 races on the general schedule. Yesterday, unfortunately, no races. So now we have 3 races sailed until now, and with 3 races yesterday was decided that the championship anyway is valid. This is a very important thing, but of course what we have to reach, our target now is to have a ranking also counting on the discard. And to have a discard, we want to sail at least 2 races today. The conditions at the moment seem very favorable to sail 2 races, but we don't have to waste time, because this wind, it's very great in the morning, and we are struggling, suffering, that hopefully not will die, let's say in the mid-morning.
Yes, it seems that the wind now is picking up. Looking at the flags, they are flying more. Also, the race committee boat is almost jumping in the waves. We have to underline that the wind is coming from the coast, so they have not so much fetch to build up waves, so it means that the wind is blowing really strong right now on the race course. We are inside of the 4 minutes to the start. Black flag is flying, and let's go to see what is going to happen in race number 4 of the 2025 Melges 24 World Championship here at Yacht Club Adriaco in a beautiful morning here in Trieste, and we are sure that we will have other results coming in a few minutes time from the race course.
This is like when you go on holiday in some place and it is maybe a rainy place, and you say, well, anyway, I can understand it is a great place, and when after 3-4 days you wake up in the morning and you see the sun, and you say, wow, now I understand how beautiful this place is. And so you say it happy, but also with a bit of regret. And yes, this is you can understand when the wind is blowing like this, like today, how beautiful can be how. Here we go, 1 minute to the start. The black flag has been removed right now. Now it's 50 seconds to the start. Stefano Bareggi and Ettore Spezza, for the first start you did an excellent job. The picture was perfect. When you widen the screen, keep the race committee on the left like this. Yes, this is what we want to see. And at 30 seconds from the start, Federico Boico, for a couple of seconds you can also switch to the tracking. The fleet seems to be well behind with a black flag. This is the result. Let me give you the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, start race number 4. It's now on fire. No general recall flag. This is the magic touch of a black flag.
The black flag made the fleet more relaxed down the line. We have now the race that is on. We can see Croatia 8, 6, 7 being in a really good position. Raziaren, the winner of the last edition of Europeans in Split, they are doing some really good speed and they are taking some water on Italy 5-9-0, while here we have 4, 8, 7 coming from Austria,
Lillehammer Racing Team,
Norway sailing, they were the first to tack and going toward the right side of the race course.
Mauro, we can see two boats from Norway on the screen. So if you want to take 5 seconds to sponsor, to promote what's going to happen next year in Norway.
Between 28th of August and 4th of September 2026 in Tonsberg, they will be the next edition of the Melges 24 Europeans.
Yes, exactly. We also saw for a couple of seconds 139 tacking, the young Italian guns on the boat called today Eusti. That was the old Aleali. It is the oldest boat of the fleet, but it is also a boat that won the championship, the world championship already 2 times with Giorgio Zuccoli and Nicola Celon. We are seeing now coming from the left 731. It is whatever.
The oldest boat in the fleet with one of the youngest crew in the water, because the boat is sailed by a young under 25 crew from the region Friuli Venezia Giulia, the zone of Italian Sailing Federation. Here in Trieste we have also the president of Italian Sailing Federation. He will be present tonight to the prize giving, Mr. Francesco Ettorre. We have some sunshine right now over the race course. As you can see, clouds are demonstrating that we have Bora wind blowing on the race course. As you can see, mains are all the mains are not well set up or well trimmed, because the wind is blowing hard and is becoming stronger and stronger as soon as they are approaching the upwind mark. Going inside of the situation right now, it seems that we have Altea and Arc Energy sailing on the medium, on the half of the fleet, so I mean in the middle of the race course, doing some good speed and good bow toward the upwind mark. Also Mataran, the leader of the Corinthian ranking, is doing really well, and it could be a good moment for Altea, that suffered problem during the second day of racing here in Trieste.
229, this is Buchanan. We know the helmsman very well. It is he is the man that we interviewed when he fell overboard during race 1, and that happened because they broke the rudder that day, so he didn't have any pressure more on the rudder, and he fell overboard. This is Chile
872, a brand new boat. They had the boat in their own hand just a few days before the beginning of the series. It's important to underline that also in Chile we had a really strong fleet with more than 25 boats sailing.
So, Mauro, we showed the 139 and we showed 872. So we showed also the oldest boat of the fleet and the newest, because you said that 872 from Chile, Magic Salt, it's a brand new boat, but is, you like to say, underlined. So let me underline that is also the newest boat of the fleet. We are now with Croatia crew from the boat. It's called the Sesibordo, and you see how many mainsails are flapping. This is the usual situation with when you rely your speed mainly on the jib. Yes, Federico Boico, you can zoom out. Let's go on satellite 8th of our tracking so that you can see. I'm giving you the word in a few seconds. Mauro, do you see the gate up there? So very close to the coast. It is Saturday morning here in Trieste. for this event organized by Yacht Club Adriaco. It is the fourth time that we see a World Championship, a Melges 24 World Championship organized in Italy. It is the first time on the Adriatic Sea. There is sun. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. The weather mark position so close to the coast will give really an excellent view during a cappuccino, during a coffee, during a cup of tea for the people staying ashore.
It was really interesting from the tracker look the positioning of the fleet. The boats are all compact in the same spot of the race course, and they are sailing toward the right, toward the left side, and they are all together. It means that we had a really well-placed starting line, and the wind is really steady. Actually, on the middle of the fleet, we have the leaders, and now we have a Croatian couple leading the pack with the Raziaren and Mataran. Then Dark Energy coming from USA, the boat of the President Laura Gronin. They suffer a collision on day 2. They had the redress granted, and they are now looking for at least other 2 results to have the average of the scores in race number 1 of the series and in race number 2. Look on the back, the Castle of Miramare. This is one of the main point of interest of the town of Trieste. The wind is blowing really hard right now on the race course. We have a lot of white waves hitting the boats, and this is the beautiful scenarios and the beautiful show of the Melges 24 class sailing in strong wind.
Yes, Mauro Bailo, this is Andrea Falcone and Mauro Melandri here from the Yacht Club Adriaco. Are you on the water?
Hi guys, yes, I'm on the committee boat right now. Super nice day. Finally, this is our conditions, so Trieste finally can shine in what we used to expect in these late summer days. So temperature is still good, but wind is blowing, and it's a typical condition here. How's going on from the tracking, guys? You see better than me, maybe.
Yeah, no problem, Mauro. Direttore sportivo dello Yacht Club Adriaco. How do you say in English, direttore sportivo? Your position in English?
So we try to translate the sport director, but I think could be like the team manager for all the activities of dinghies and events. In my case, I manage also the events from the dinghies races to the World Championships. So okay. I think, yes, it's not a perfect translation.
Okay, as you said, we are following maybe better than you, no, for sure better than you with the tracking the race, but we are also following the race in a beautiful way thanks to the live streaming. Now, for example, we have a very closed picture of both 872 Magic Salso. Tell us where you are positioned right now.
Now I'm on a committee boat, just managing all the guys on the reefs, because with strong wind some damage can happen, unfortunately. So we have to manage all the guys. Have to be ready to give assistance to the boats that ask. So we're trying to manage from here. So
okay, Mauro.
From here, that's good.
Mauro, just one last question. You know that we like also to have some fun while we tell the story. Tell us when you had to give the first general recall, what was the reaction on the race committee boat? I know that you today are pushing to have more races as possible, but when you had to give the general recall flag, what was reaction on the race committee boat?
So I can say you my reaction. So I'm really pushing to have 3 races today. So I want to push, but in this case was the evidence that half of the fleet was out. I don't know if the tracker is reliable.
Yes.
But I saw really lots of boats outside, so it was impossible to check or give an individual recall. But I think that the guys understand, and so let's see, with the black flag was perfect. So
yes,
reaction, yes, from committee, yes, we were a bit unhappy, but it's still going.
No, Mauro. We send also the replay of the tracking, and let's say that 90% of the fleet was
Yeah,
over the line too
okay.
early, and we are pretty happy that the black flag did a good job.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
we'll see the next.
Okay,
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mauro Bailo. Maybe we will call you later. Don't worry. Thank you
Yes.
very much for your witness.
Okay. Ciao,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Meanwhile, we are with the camera on Norway 826, the boat of the former president of the class, Jens Altner Vatne. They are coming from Norway. The wind is blowing, is picking up. As you can see, we have some really short waves. Both are jumping on the water, while party girl is sailing toward the deep right of the race course. Just to go updating you regarding the position of the boat, Rasiaren is still leading the pack, sailing in the middle of the fleet. They are now on the port side, sailing along with Altea and Dark Energy, with Mataran, Sentinel, Vertigo, Melgina, Fusion, Nefeli and Stramba Papa in the top 10.
Yes, so let's go for a second on the tracking again. We remind you that the wind direction is 070 on my personal screen. I like to keep the map on that direction, and while what we show you, it's the typical classic vertical north-south direction. So for a better reading of the tracking, we keep it like this, like when you see at school when they teach literature. You can stay, please, on the tracking. Thanks, Federico Boigo. So you see that we positioned on the screen the windward mark up there on the top of the screen, very close to a shore. So I have some problems with my own tracking, but we can see from what you're seeing, the fleet is mainly now on the. No, please keep it on the tracking, please. We have the fleet mainly on the ley line on the left, with Rajaren leading the fleet. Second position for Dark Energy. Third position Mataran 24, followed by Sentinel, Altea, Melgina, Fusion, Vertigo, Nefeli and Stramba Papa in 10th position. So maybe it's Stramba Papa amongst these first 10 boats, the boat that is struggling a little bit more. Sentinel is very well positioned in 5th position again. So it will be a very interesting last day of the race. As somebody said, the World Championship, although this is the last day, the World Championship starts today.
They will finish. The World Championship starts today. Meanwhile, we have the entry of Ante Cesic, Rasiaren, that is leading the pack. It is interesting, Andrea, that Rasiaren in the score line has retired then 1 and 8. And so they can now trying to be again at least in the top position of the fleet. It will be interesting to see if they are going to keep the top position up to the end. And so they will have a retired 1 and 8 and another one it could be, so they can return inside of the game for the overall success if we are going to sail the race number 5, and I'm almost sure that we will have another race after this, and that we will have the discard on. Rasiaren is having a good moment right now, taking water and gaining on the opponents.
No, Mauro, you had a sort of lapsus. You wanted to say momentum. I understood it. You know, we are Italians. We are doing our best to tell this live streaming in English. That is our second language. And but I think that momentum. This is a word that I understood. It became very popular during maybe the second last edition of the America's Cup. Momentum, keep the momentum. So maybe you're right. Maybe Rajaren is having a good moment right now. Let's see if it will be also a momentum that they will be constant and keep this momentum. So Rajaren, sorry, what are you saying? Say, don't problem.
No, it's the one that is in the half of our video right now. So Rajaren,
the European champion,
the leading European champion. They won past year in the own water of Split.
Yes, they are not very well positioned in the provisional standing. They are in 20th position, but yes, because they have a RET. They retired during the first race because they crashed again against Dark. No, they crashed against.
Against Laura Grondin Dark Energy. Laura Grondin got redress granted while they were out of the race, so they decided to retire. Rough time ago it was rough, retired after finish, while
yes.
Today is a simple retirement.
So they
are here. This is the boat we are talking about, Rajaren.
This is the Rajaren, European champion. So they crashed again Dark Energy. They
it has been unbelievable, Andrea. Just few seconds ago, the helmsman Rajaren leading the pack was raising the hand and was greeting us. We say ciao to us, you know, while he's leading the race here at the World.
Yes, there is also a bit of adrenaline. Maybe they are also, you know, it is a competition, so result comes first. But there is also the happiness to sail in this condition. Then Rajaren is positioned in 20th in the standing. They had one, then 8th place, and with this race and maybe the 5th, they are really the ones who hope to see us standing with a discard.
We are now with the camera on the leader of the Corinthian division, Mataran 24, two-time world champion of the among the Corinthians. They do it twice in 2 consecutive years, while here we have Germany 673, the boat of Peter Carey. We are stating that they are among the favorites. They are in the top 10, but they can improve with this race their own results. We have all the top team now leading the pack. Here we have Italy 722 Altea, owned by Andrea Racchelli. They suffered the breakage of the backstay on day number 2, so they lost 2 races. They are out of the game for the overall success, but they can do really well in the single race. Now we are approaching the upwind mark, race number 4 of the Melges 24 Worlds 2025.
Yes, really excellent video from the sea. Driver Stefano Bareggi, Ettore Spezza, they are very close to the boats. They are doing really a good job reaching the weather mark together with the fleet. I wanted to finish my thoughts about Rajaren and try to understand why they're happy. If they're going to win this race, they will be a crew with the 2 first races won in 4 races. I mean, then they will have, okay, I mean, the discard happens after the 5th, but then they would have a theoretically virtual 10 net points, and so we can understand why Rajaren are happy and confident on board. I know that you know a lot of things about the history of this class, Mauro, so I don't want to put you into trouble. Then maybe we can speak I have something to ask you. It's not now the moment because Rajaren just tucked and now is on the ley line coming from the right to reach the weather mark. So excellent, Ettore Spezza. This is Rajaren, the first boat to go around Mark 1 in the fourth race of the Melges 24 World Championship 2025.
It will be great to see when they will going to host the kite, while Sentinel, leader the overall ranking, is second. As soon as they will hoist the kite, I think that we can see, by the way, some great speed, but maybe also some trouble for the teams that are ready to go to sail downwind with almost 25 knots of breeze blowing.
Yes, this second place for Sentinel also is very good because Sentinel until now won the first race, then they were fourth in third race. Their worst result is a 10th place in race number 2. And if they are going to discard a 10th place, but this we will tell you about this, if they sail the fifth race overall, to discard a 10th place, it's not bad at all. So 649 was Mataran 24. The fleet is really packed. Now we saw Melgina. This is 673's Nefeli. Now there is a little bit of gap. It is now 828 Fusion. Then it comes Altea, and with 730 is Vertigo. Now this is now a technical briefing between us. As you said, now it will be very interesting to see how this Melges 24 will spectacularly fly towards the gate, the lower gate. So I don't know what is going to decide our producer, live streaming producer Stefano Bareggi, if to stay up here on the fleet or to give us some show trying to follow the fleet downwind. Did you see right now an umpire, an on the water umpire with a red flag pointing? Of course, we don't know what boat, but there is also some crazy situation with protests, of course.
It's we were missing from the top pack of the boat, boats that are now lying in position number 2 and 3 of the overall ranking, because Michele Paoletti was rounding the mark around position number 9, and we were missing Dark Horse USA 870, that is third in the overall ranking with 16 points. But we saw USA 841, Peter McClellan with Jeremy Wilmot. He won the World's Past Year in San Francisco, being really well positioned in the fleet, so they can improve their 4 overall position while they are sailing downwind. Big speed for the boat. We are looking around 14-15 knots for on the average for the top teams.
So it is, of course, too early to talk about a virtual general ranking, but if we have to say something about this race, I think that there is a fight, of course, a positive fight in a sport terms between Rajaren and Sentinel. Mauro, you are giving me a piece of paper, a sheet of paper, Melges 24 World Champions, Hall of Fame. I thank you very much. Maybe it is you that have to talk about this one. We have a Hall of Fame in the Melges 24.
We have a Hall of Fame, but it was just to have under our eyes the past winner of the class. As we were saying,
okay, now you
Ante
understand.
Bottiza
Okay.
with Matalan 24 is two-time winner of the Worlds.
Okay, I was sorry. I was focused on the screen. So we have the overall winners, as we mentioned very many times before, in 1998 and 1999. For example, 99 was Vince Brun to win the very first two World Championship. But let's give a huge credit to the Corinthians from Norway. Christian Nergard is the first ever winner of a world championship in the Melges 24 class, talking about Corinthians. And then the second one in 1999 was Tom Freytag from the United States, while the last two World Championship titles in the Corinthian category were won by Ante Bottica from Croatia.
As Italian, we are really proud about the 2003 performance of Egidio Babbi. Egidio Babbi was the class has been a class measurer. He's still a class measurer, and he was the one that was spreading the voice of the Melges 24 in Italy.
Well, if we continue to start about Corinthian. I'm learning now that we have Nicolo Bertola. If we want to talk about Italy, he won 4 times. So it's he won in 2016, 17, and then again 19 and 22. So
we have someone that is really proud today, Andrea.
If Stefano Bareggi, you are listening to me, you can give some break to Ettore Spezza, and also take a break yourself. Now we go for for a couple of minutes here in our studio at the 3rd floor of the Yacht Club Adriaco, as the president of Yacht Club Adriaco came here to visit us. So how is it going, Nicolo De Manzini?
Finally we have another couple of races, very impressive, very nice to see also, and very tough for the competitors.
Well, finally we can show how great and beauty is a race course in Trieste. Did you see the medals here, President? We are showing you. You can see them on the screen. Okay. This is the gold, silver, and bronze medal. No, no, but these are beautiful medals with Melges 24. They look nicer than many other medals that we saw at the Olympic Games.
I think that I should say about this, but I think that a 4th medal could be awarded to Yacht Club Adriaco for the organization.
I was asking to Andrea to say to you, President, that you have just won a medal for sure, because as International Melges 24 class, we are really happy about the main organization. We were in touch yesterday with a lot of sailors. They are all happy. And yesterday, despite no racing day, I was listening some foreign sailors telling to us, we still file good vibes, because here the ambience is unbelievable.
We have done the best we could, and all the club take part to the organization, giving a boat, giving help, so sustaining our team.
But that one is the technical part, and you are right to mention it. But really, if you go in front of the club after every race to see all the participants, everybody with a beer, with a Coke, a soda, let's say, with a beer in the hands. There is food everywhere. And then on the side, you see some others working on the boat. I mean, it's like in rugby, they call it the third time. And now, honestly, it's not because we are Italians, it's not because we are in Italy, not because, but of course we have seen also in other nations, other very well organized races. But this one, it's really top. It's top class. There is really the third time is excellent.
It's unbelievable what is going to happen on the race course. They are picking up during the downwind, and right now Rasiaren is still leading the pack, but it could be that Dark Energy will round the downwind gate as first, with Melgina from Paolo Brescia doing some good job during the downwind, thanks to the call of the tactician coming from Trieste, Stefano Cherin.
In fact, President De Manzini, it's not, we say it as a joke, but it's also a little bit true. We are using this way of say for this championship. The World Championship starts today. At last, and during the last day, it starts today.
Yeah, because there are a lot of boats in the, more or less in few points. So it is like a medal race now.
Yes, a medal race, exactly. Federico Boico, so we have images, sorry to interrupt our studio screen, but there is Stefano Bareggi, Ettore Spezza, the guys out there. Don't give it for granted. I mean, this is a hard job out there. You have your equipment and you have spray, splashes coming from everywhere. So to provide these images is a hard job. We can see the fleet that some of the fleet already started the second upwind leg. I am so happy that maybe in 20 minutes we will have also a fourth race finished. The standing, the overall ranking becomes more complex, and hopefully, and I'm pretty sure, yes, we will also have a fifth race, so to have a ranking with discard. President De Manzini, we already called also President of Italian Sailing Federation, Francesco Ettorre, that will yes, he will reach. He told us maybe he wanted to be prudent. He told us that he will be around 10. So as we invited here you for a talk, we of course will also invited him. It is now 9:07 a.m. here in Trieste, and we are sailing. We are live streaming. Everybody is having breakfast at this moment, and we are here following a beautiful race.
Yeah, sure.
Andrea, it's happening something interesting in the water, because Dark Energy by Laura Grondin is now leading the pack, sailing at the beginning of the second upwind, race number 4, Melges 24 Worlds 2025 at your Club Adriaco. But second and third, we have the leader of the pack. I mean, we have Sentinel in second and Stramba Papà in third with Michele Pauletti. Stramba Papà was doing not so well during the first upwind. They had a great comeback.
Stramba Papà, they for sure have a great boat speed because already in the previous races when they had a penalty or they did not start very well, they already in a couple of times came back from 20th position to the top 5. Also today Stramba Papà didn't have an excellent first beat, and then now they are with the top of the fleet. De Manzini, if I heard it well, today you're going to sail somewhere, or?
Yes, we have another race for old wooden boats, but it is one of the leg of the Italian Championship for classic boats.
Where will you sail then?
In Monfalcone. So.
In Monfalcone. So you are going now, or what is going to? This is Raffica, boat number 821. One of the beauty of the race course in the Gulf of Trieste with this wind condition, we reported from our rib gusts even to 30 knots today. Wind direction of the beat it's 070, while
this is miles.
694 Zik race team, yes,
Miles Hinton, huh?
yes, from great Britain, yes, and then
He's
yes,
one of
yes.
the guys composing the board of the international class.
Okay, and then we see with 8-4-1 a little bit on the background. We see Gamecock from the United States. So I was talking about the brilliant weather conditions for a race like this, typical in the Gulf of Trieste, when you have lot of wind and you have a little bit of waves. I mean, waves are technical, are nice to have. This is Altea, nice to sail, but so we have lot of winds, some waves. I mean, you cannot ask more. I mean, this is really brilliant
Because
conditions.
the wind is coming from the waterfront, and so the fetch is very low, because the course is closer to the coast, as you see, and
Ranking alto.
yeah, and the wind is coming from the coast, so that there are no more length to form waves.
Yes, but I was also mentioning before, if you see the tracking now, just a little, because I want also to underline how we always speak about technically, but this race course, I think, as you mentioned, the waterfront, this is beautiful. Can you imagine this? It's Saturday morning, there is a sunny day, there are bars there for the people, also that they don't understand anything about sailing. They have a walk now on the waterfront, and they see a race. I mean, this is it's really like a stadium.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is Croatia 8-6-7. Rajaren is Rajiren or Rajaren.
The Cesic boat. They had a great European span steer in Croatia.
But Mauro, Rajaren, now the tracking, I mean, at least my tracking is given in
Position number 6.
Exactly. What happened? I mean, they were leading easily the fleet. The bowman showed us on the camera, on the video, the V with the fingers. They had a huge gap. They were very first, not only first. And what happened to them? While Stramba Papa now is up to second or third position, and Sentinel, watch out, Sentinel, leader of the provisional standing, it's now in the first position. So Sentinel is now really telling the fleet, I want to become world champion.
The virtual is showing us that the fleet is sailing right now with some different in both lengths, but they are sailing toward the same spot of the race course. It means that now some wind shift made clear that they have to sail toward the left side. Rasiaren is true that is sixth. They are now tacking from the middle of the race course. Maybe they are going to look for some wind shift. They are no more first, but they are not so far away from Sentinel that is leading the race. And right now, actually, Rasiaren is flying between position number 5 and position number 2, with Sentinel leading the pack. It will be a great fight between Sentinel and Strampa Papa up to the end of this great World Championship. Today is the day. Today we will have the World Champion. Today we will have a lot of results.
Nicolo De Manzini, we are happy. I mean, do you have to go? I don't know. You can say so you are the boss here, so no problem. I don't. But
just represent the club. I'm not the boss.
I don't know. When is your warning signal today?
At noon.
True, easy with the boats at noon. Your race of the Italian circuit for let's say wooden boats,
classic boats. Yes.
Classic boats, exactly. I didn't the word didn't come to my mind. Look what the beautiful Castello di Miramare on the background on the coast. This is Italy, exactly. You know the names like that, Mauro. I still have to read the numbers on my list. We see the bow of now Gamecock. Gamecock was doing.
They were the winner of the last race that we raced.
Yes.
With Jeremy Wilmot calling tactic. He was the tactician also on board the past year winning boat in San Francisco. I was asking him.
After the first 3 races, Gamecock is in 4th position, only 2 points behind Sentinel, but the ranking that we are reading now will change pretty much after this race, after 4th race, while still this beautiful postcard from Trieste with Melges 24 cruise reaching the 2nd upwind leg from where they will start the run to the finish lies. I interrupted you, Mauro, so you can continue now.
It's
Sorry.
not a problem, Andrea. We have time to go telling the story of Jeremy Wilmot. I had a chat yesterday with him. I was asking him, we have a boat returning in 3-0 is now mooring at the dock. They still have their own mast up, so no big problem for them, but they are sailing in, maybe they had some technical issue.
Feel Free Salamis Consortium from Greece. I think they are the same crew that we showed that they parked their boat against the weather mark the other day.
Nefeli, great shot of Nefeli, thanks to the guys working in the water for us. Castello di Miramare is on the back, is one of the most iconic spots of Trieste, along with the main plaza. This is the boat of Peter Carey with a whole Italian crew sailing along with him. I was talking about Jeremy Wilmot, and Jeremy was telling, I was asking to Jeremy, so what you have to do? Do you feel the pressure to be fourth, to go fighting for the overall position? He told me, no, it was more, I was feeling more the pressure past year because we were doing well from the first race, so we feel the pressure to be and to confirm ourselves at the top, while now we have to build up our ranking, so we have to play with the rest of the fleet, and we can go more with some more relaxed approach to the race course.
Sorry guys if we talk a little bit in Italian now, because Niccolò De Manzini ci ha appena detto che insomma siamo anche in diretta proprio su uno schermo gigante in Piazza Unità qui a Trieste, e quindi buon sabato a tutti che state seguendo. Pensate ragazzi, qui a Trieste, per chi magari se ne intende un po' meno di vela, è in corso proprio in questo momento uno dei campionati del mondo più belli, più tecnici nel mondo della vela. Ci sono le classi olimpiche, c'è la Coppa America, ovviamente a Trieste tutti quanti amate la barcolana, ma questo campionato del mondo in corso proprio in questo momento. Oggi è l'ultimo giorno del programma di regate, oggi ci sarà un campione del mondo della classe internazionale Melges 24 è in corso qui a Trieste. Il presidente dello Yacht Club Adriaco, se ci vedete, questo è lo studio da dove vi mandiamo i nostri saluti, posizionati nella bellissima terrazza dello Yacht Club Adriaco che ha organizzato questo campionato del mondo, e siamo anche qui col presidente dello Yacht Club Adriaco, Niccolò De Manzini. Se vuole anche lei dare un saluto di buon sabato, buon caffè
ai miei concittadini che hanno l'opportunità di vedere una regata così importante dal vivo in piazza.
Presidente, mi permetta di ricordarle che questa è l'edizione dei record, c'è da essere più che orgogliosi nell'ospitare questa regata, perché Trieste ha richiamato più barche di Miami, siamo più di 70.
Siamo a più di 70 barche,
16 nazioni rappresentate, quindi una bellissima atmosfera. Magari anche la sera quando camminate per Trieste questa settimana avrete visto una presenza magari più del solito di stranieri. Quelle che erano sul nostro tavolo erano le 3 medaglie che oggi verranno assegnate. Non prendeteci per pazzi se parliamo in inglese, ma appunto è un evento internazionale visto in tutto il mondo grazie al live streaming organizzato dallo Yacht Club Adriaco, e quindi noi siamo ovviamente orgogliosi di fare in modo che in tutto il mondo possano seguirci e capire questa regata. So sorry if we talked a little bit in Italian. We were saying that there is a huge screen in Piazza Unità here in Trieste where people is having a coffee at the bar, or they are walking around enjoying the beauties of the city, and they are watching and listening us, and I was explaining why they are listening to these Italian people talking in English with a clear Italian accent. E allora, sorry again, Mauro, I went a little bit off side, so bring us back on the race course. What is happening?
I will bring you at the reality right now. This is the moment of the second upwind mark, race number 4 at the Melges 24 Worlds 2025 by Yacht Club Agriaco, with Sentinel, leader of the overall ranking, that is doing everything really well. They are now leading the pack, they are controlling the opponents, they are on not on the line, but they are pointing up to the upwind mark, and they will cross right in front of Raziaren, that is saving is on second position. They were leading the pack, they are now second, and they are crossing right in front of Laura Grondin Dark Energy. We have to remember that Laura Grondin is still looking for results, and as soon they will have the second results in, they will get the average for the race number 1, while with the third race of the day they will have also the redress for the race number 2. So it will maybe be another strong opponent for the success, but come on guys, Sentinel is now leading, while Stramba Papa on the equal with them is 5th.
Yes, we have also to mention that there was an important, a not so little wind shift to the left. We started with 070 wind direction, and now we are at 62.5. That's 7.5 degrees angle of left wind shift, and so that's why we also see the fleet mainly coming from the left ley line. It will be a very thrilling, no, we already have the first boats now rounding the second upwind mark. We remind you that the first bit is longer than the second one, so not to have the fleet packed when they round the first mark. So this is the beginning for Sentinel 856, the beginning, the start of the run towards the finish line, followed not too much behind from Rajaren. It is a real neck-to-neck run towards the finish line. Melgina third position, and now the whole fleet is following the leaders. My suggestion, this is internal communication between me and the media rib, is to follow the rounding of the first boats here at the second beat, and then to leave them, unfortunately, the rest of the fleet and run to the finish line, because I think it will be a nice and spectacular close finish between Sentinel and Razjar, and this is Altea, and now 730 is Vertigo. So yes, we understand from the engines that now you are running towards the finish line, so we continue with the tracking, and our goal, our target is to show you a spectacular finish of race 4 of the International Melges 420 Melges 24 World Championship. Okay, this is a nice picture that Ettore Spezza is providing us with the Melges 24 serving at 15 knots of speed.
With the logo on the kite, we had Mataran 24, the leader of the Corinthian division, fighting really close with Zyke race team by Miles Quinton, one of the component of the board of the class. But it's interesting the fact that in the top 5 right now we have 2 boats that are looking for, one of them for the average of the results due to the dress, so they can jump in again in the battle for the success, and also Raziaren, because Raziaren had a RET from race number 1, but they scored then a first and an 8th. So going second in this race, they will move forward to the upper side of the ranking, and they now are waiting also for race number 5 to go discarding the 69 point that they got on the first race.
Now the wind went back to 070, so right shift again. But as we mentioned before, now the boats are surfing at 15, 16 knots. In not so much long time, we will see. Look it here! What a beautiful picture! This is the postcard of the Melges 24 with sprays on the bow like motor yachts, but with the power of wind. So Niccolo De Manzini, also this is important, right? The sport of sailing.
This is a very good postcard for my town.
Yes.
I was listening as soon as we had the full view, the president saying by himself, wow. So it means that also the president was impressed by the Melges 24 fleet sailing downwind in strong wind. Those are the best conditions for this iconic one design. In our first view, we have right now Nika coming from Monaco. They were first at the end of the second day. This is the boat of Vladimir Prozikin sailing with a really strong lineup. Among them, Giorgio Tortarolo, one of the best technician and best servicemen inside of the Melges world from years.
Former Italian champion of laser.
So
a couple of years ago.
If you take a look to the world of sailing today, if we think about the TP52s, the RC44, even the Cookson 50, they all sail like this downwind with the whole crewed position at the very back of the boat, try to keep the bow out of the water and surfing while going downwind. Well, when started all this? It started with the Melges 24 back in 1993 when it was designed by Buddy Melges, and when we saw the first World Championship back in 1998, and we were saying, is this the new way to sail racing boats? And now this is what we're seeing now. You see the helmsman, and then you have the Jennaker Taylor giving speed and power to the crew, and the rest of the crew, they all have to work with their weight to keep the bow up. So this started in 1998, well, before, when the boat was designed with the Melges 24, and if today we are talking about the new era with foiling, so we are starting to understand who was the first, what was the first boat to sail with the foil, and now everybody's following. If today we see a lot of boats sailing like that with the bows up and with the crew all positioned at the back, well, the new way of sailing, the new road was opened by the Melges 24 back in 1993. So Mauro, we are getting close to the finish line. Yes. Let me finish.
Less than 20 seconds to the finish for Sentinel. Jibing now.
Yes, so you can give us the ranking. So Sentinel is in first position.
Yeah. This is Sentinel.
Oh, we see the sorry if I interrupt you. The race committee on the background. It means that we are very close. I give you the words to.
Yeah, this is why I was telling you that we were less than 25 seconds far away from the finish line for Sentinel that is crossing now. They are winner of race number 4 and they were also winners of race number 1. So
I love to describe the body language of the crew members. Do you see high fives, and then they're attacking each other. It is there is adrenaline, there is competition, and they are so very happy about the results. In second position, it's a very neck-to-neck fight with Rajaren and Dark Energy. Rajaren stopped a little bit coming down from a wave. Let's see this Jai, please stay on the boats, please. Yes, I think that
we had Stramba Papa ready to go crossing the finish line in position number 4. Looking at our tracker, Rajaren was second.
So this is 854 Melgina, finishing a little bit behind Stramba Papa. So and this one is now 860 is Nika. Then we will see Nefeli, Gamecock, Altea, Mataran 24 will finish in 10th position. Now there is the time limit. All the boats have to finish. Okay, no, we are saying goodbye to Nicolo De Mazzini that has to go away. Yeah, for
he has to go sailing.
Yeah, he has to go sailing. So this is Mataran, and wow, what a great race we watched. This is the first race of today. There is a time limit of 20 minutes now for the boats to be classified. 20 minutes from the first, from Sentinel, who arrives later than 20 minutes from Sentinel, will not be classified, but I don't think that will happen, and we will start the live streaming for the second race, telling you what will be the provisional ranking after 4 races, although Mauro Melandri is already doing some calculation by hand, what can be more or less the provisional standing, while 636 Foxy Dry is also crossing the finish line. Now we have 778 Taki 4 that dismasted the first day of racing. This is Raffica. Raffica in Italian means gust, and so we are pretty sure that with this weather condition we will have a second race for sure today after this one. 8 to 8 is Fusion. So in a while we are going for a break after race 1 or 4th of the general schedule, waiting then for race 5 of the general schedule, second race of the day. But before the break we want to leave you with what could be the provisional standing after 4 races. This is Strange Brew. So Mauro, what's your calculation?
My calculation, we have to take care about the situation, as we have explained during the race, of Rajaren and Dark Energy, because now they are lying on the back of the ranking, somewhere in the ranking, with Rajaren 80 points, but they are looking for the next race to discard the retirement of from the first race, and Dark Energy that is 1-1-5-5. It means tons of points, but they are looking for the next race to have the red race completely granted. Going inside of the ranking, for what we know right now, position number 5 is with Melgina, 27 points. On 25, Gamecock, the American entry, that is 4. and they are on the equal with Nika, that is right now third, while on the second position, 19 points for Stramba Papa, and the leader is Sentinel, winner of race number 4, with 16 points. The boat is owned by Geoff Fargo.
So we are now taking a short break. Don't get upset. I know that you want to watch this all day long with no interruption, but there is a reason why we take a break, especially to give some break to the people on the rib, to the cameraman, to the driver, Alberto Lucchi, Ettore Spezza, Stefano Bareggi. They are working so hard. So let's give them a break, and then we come, I think, really very soon back with the second race of today. So have a break. See you really in a few minutes.